Hello, and welcome back to the Nexus. In today's video, we're taking a look at the newest hero to be changed inside of Heroes of the Storm. Tracer got a full rework, and we're going to take a look at it today. If that doesn't interest you, if you don't want to sit through a long, boring, drawn-out look at the newest character to be altered inside of the Nexus, then you have been warned. I don't want to hear no shit, okay? I don't want to hear no shit, okay? Let's fucking get into it, dude. Actually, no, RTX voice messes with my yells a little bit, so I don't even know if all of that came through. So, big day for Tracer. I took a little bit of a look at the patch notes for her. I actually didn't look at Cassius. For those of you that didn't know, I actually used to be like a Tracer main, bruh. Back when Tracer Tassadar was the shit, I used to run it all the time. Me and Holly would always duo queue as Tracer Tassadar. I had an insanely high win rate as Tracer, top 5 in the US for a quick match. Not that anyone fucking cares about that. But this is a character that is very, very, very near and dear to my heart. So if the rework doesn't go well, I'm going to be pretty scared. I'm going to be pretty scared, boys. Let's treat her like a new hero, shall we? How do I emote? X. I can't even hear that, dude. All right, so let's take a look at what is different. We still have 3 blink charges. We still have melee, and we still have recall. We still have our ult at level 1, and our trait still rewinds our current magazine. So we work on an ammo system, you shoot all your shots, and then you have to reload. Nothing changed there too much. I am seeing some differences here in the talents at level 1, so let's go through them. 1-2 punch reduces the cooldown of melee by 1 second and grants it an additional charge. Okay, already a pretty big change. The melee is the fastest way of building up pulse bomb charges. We're at 68% right now. That was a whole magazine and a couple shots, and we got 10% if we were to just melee. Yeah, I'm gonna really need you to not punch. I'm not even attack moving. She's just like, that's the enemy. Okay, let's shoot it. It was about 12%. 10%. 10% for just hitting your W button. That's on an 8-second cooldown, and having 2 charges means you could do that all the time. Read the trait, you like the change? Tracer can basic attack while moving. After attacking 10 times, she needs to reload over 0.75 seconds. Tracer can manually reload early. Basic attacks heal Whoa! Basic attacks heal Tracer for 15% of her damage dealt. She has leeching rounds baseline? Damn! It's only healing for 4. That doesn't seem like a ton. What percentage did leeching rounds heal for before, chat? Does anyone know? Dude, that's awesome! So, my biggest complaint on Tracer is I didn't really feel like I could play her until level 13. And you also had some really big choices for talents to pick prior to level 13. It was 20% chat said before. 15% baseline. That's nuts, dude. So leeching round out of the gate is definitely going to improve the overall feel of the character. That's fantastic. That is so good. Double melee, like I said, it's just going to help you get charges a lot faster. Previously, there was also a talent that allowed you to AoE with your W, so this might actually improve your lane clear. I don't really remember when that talent would be, though. Oh, yeah. 16. Okay. Oh, Ricochet's there. Okay, sorry, spoiler alert. Parting gift. Recall leaves behind 3 bombs and deals 281 damage each to different targets. Each hero hit with these bombs grants 5% pulse bomb charge. That's great for charging up your ult, actually. Both of these are really great for charging up your ult. Parting gift was the better talent before, although I never really took it. There is a way of... We're going to turn cooldowns off for a second. Recall has a 20-second cooldown. Was that reduced? Tracer returns to the position where she was 2 seconds ago. 2 seconds ago? It used to be 3. So the cooldown was reduced from 30 to 20, and the actual rewind was reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds before. Anyway, you can predict where the bombs are going to go. One always goes directly in front of Tracer's face. So a lot of times what people would do is like, let's pretend Arthas is running away over here. You blink in and grenade to try to finish off Arthas as he goes behind his wall. That's going to be even easier to do now that it's a 20-second cooldown. I don't know if the damage of this was reduced or not, but the fact that you get pulse bomb charge out of it is pretty cool. Yeah, that damage isn't bad. All right, we'll turn cooldowns back on. So last one, Tracer rounds, increase basic attack range by 10%. Awesome, 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 awesome. Basic attacks against heroes reveal a small area around them for 3 seconds. So this talent before did not give increased attack range to my recollection. It did reveal a single target before. Now it's going to reveal multiples. It seems like it's a very small range, however, because we're not revealing... Oh, you know what's kind of funny? I think this is a visual bug. I think this is multiple applications of the symbol stacking up. That doesn't look quite right. It looks extra thick with 2 C's, dude. Let's see if I can just fire off 1 bullet and then recall. It's still super thick. Maybe I'm just reading into that a little bit too much. So the reveal area seems kind of useless. But the increased attack range, I imagine that would be really good in general, much less with Ricochet later on. Tracer rounds was my go-to before. Your biggest, at least for me, my biggest problem when playing Tracer is just losing sight of your enemy. So let's say I'm fighting Arthas here. My God, he is not dying. If Arthas were to run in this bush, it would break my attack. And then you have to blink into the bush to continue to fight him if you are really chasing him down. Tracer rounds alleviates that issue. And when I was playing Tracer originally and trying to theorycraft what I liked and didn't like about her, this talent was the biggest shift in me having more success on the character. Another thing it allows you to do is if Arthas go... Look at this ring around the rosy shit. If Arthas goes behind his building, we're still going to have vision of him behind his building. So we can run up to here and continue to shoot him for a decent amount of time. Keep in mind, towers do a lot more damage now, so I don't know if that would be necessary. Chat saying her baseline range is 5 now, so we can increase her range up to 5.5. I don't know what her attack range before was. I don't know. I'm pretty good at remembering talents on heroes. I'm pretty bad at remembering baseline numbers other than attack speed on a couple heroes like Tracer, who has 8, which is insanely high. 8 a second is nuts. So, honestly, all of these level 1 talents seem pretty good. They seem really, really good. The main strategy before was you're always punching because you want to generate your pulse bomb as often as possible. So you literally just punch on cooldown. It doesn't matter what you punch, you just need to make sure you're punching. So in a team fight like this, we see our punches coming up, we hit, and then we back up. Just to make sure that we're getting our pulse bomb back online as fast as possible. The main strategy with Tracer before was to, like, always be throwing that bomb at a squishy target on the back line. Teleport to him, drop the bomb, and get out. Maybe that's taking a bit of a shift. I don't really know yet. But if that's still the case, 1-2 punch was fantastic. It's going to be really good. Let's go ahead and set our levels, get the character info out of there, and most importantly, eat our fisherman's friend, because, oh my God, the voice is not good today. Is leeching against anyone, not just heroes? Correct. It is any damage that's dealt. Any damage that's dealt. Can we solo it? Can we solo it at level 6? I think if I was a little bit better at positioning, this would actually be doable. Almost. Yo, if I practice this, I think I could actually do it. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even trolling. Okay, we're getting out though. We're getting out. We're getting out. It takes ages. When has that ever stopped a Twin Blades variant from trying? It doesn't matter if it takes ages. Or a Misha from trying. Leeching rounds increases the life leech of your basic attacks against enemy heroes by 5% for each blink. What? Increases the life leech on your basic attack against enemy heroes by 5% for each blink charge that you currently have. So if we have 3 blink charges, we're leeching 30%. So it takes it from 4 to 8. But that bonus doesn't apply in a PvE setting. It only applies when hitting heroes. 8 a shot? How many shots do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, my eyes went cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 80 health every time you shoot? Trait says it, fuck. Well, I just counted it. We just fact checked it. There you go. So 80 health every time you shoot. The full magazine. Interesting. At level 7, we have 15, almost 1,600 health. That would take a while to fill up, but I mean, you're supplementing. So would you like literally try to just sit here and not blink to get the most out of the leech, and then only blink if you have to? You could still rewind, and rewind's on a significantly shorter cooldown, so if you really needed to reposition, you could use that.
Video, You have been warned.
You have been warned. Old Man Linus knows what's up. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that yet. With the baseline leech already in there, I don't know if you need this. Oh, just for my own sake. Just for my own sake, really fast.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Just disregard everything. Do we get extra life leech from Ricochet? Arthas hurt me! Arthas! Arthas! Oh my god, he's not even hurting me. Ooh, 66 a shot at level 20. That is a lot. That is a heck of a lot. I can't turn the auto attack off, so I'm just going to eat this stun. And then we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, look at that. Life leech with Ricochet might be the shit, dude. Okay, I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. So we like tracer rounds. Pulse generator successfully sticking a pulse bomb to an enemy hero heals tracer for 25% of her maximum health over 1.5 seconds and refunds a charge of blink. Huh. 25% of her maximum health at level 20 is a pretty significant amount of healing. And it recharges blink. It refunds a charge of blink. Okay, so if let's toggle cooldowns. We could do something like bep, 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 and still reposition afterwards. That doesn't seem super useful, the extra blink recharge. Normally, if you're gonna do a dive like that with Pulse Bomb, you're waiting until you have Rewind available. And Rewind is on a 20-second cooldown. So, I mean, you could cover a lot of ground. I just don't really get why you would need another blink charge. So, let's say there's a whole team here, right? Let's do it this direction because it makes a little bit more sense. This is their Arthas, this is the rest of their front line, and my target is the one in the back, right? What we would normally do when we get the Pulse Bomb, is blink in, drop it, punch, and then leave. So why do you really need the other blink charge? I guess they can see where you're recalling back to. So you could blink again if they try to push up and punish your situation. That was a change they made a little while ago. The enemy can actually see where you're recalling from. Or where you're recalling to. So maybe it does make sense for that. Oh, I just used my extra blink charge. Also, you gotta be a lot faster with this. That 1 second being taken off is actually a really big deal. Look how little ground I got back with that recall. That's actually pretty significant. So, there we go. I don't know. The heal might be nice. But I would also argue that you probably get more healing throughout the game with just increasing leeching round. Chat said you actually take large recall, so punishing you as you recall is easier. Okay, so having the blink charge in that situation makes a little bit more sense then. Is that a health back? Increases regeneration globe and healing fountain healing by 100%. Collecting a regeneration globe reduces the cooldown of the healing fountain by 10. Ooh. Interesting.
Choose a talent.
Interesting. It's at 108. 94. Huh. Yo, can I get another globe? Does that keep working? I don't think that's that good. I don't think I would actually take this. But it does get your shit off cooldown fast. Okay. I mean, usually by the end of the game, if you're losing, especially in quick match where I predominantly play, people like to push all of the buildings down and just kill them. The regen glow bonus would be nice. The regen glow, like just the pure healing for... So, the regen glow part of this talent would be nice. Just getting more health from that. I'm not sure how much Farian is healing me for, or how much the regen globe is healing me for. But that bonus can keep you alive, especially in quick match games. This bonus, however, I don't know how useful that is. Oftentimes, you can just kind of go back to the base. Yeah, that's really no big deal. Just knee-jerk reactions on that one. So it should be available, right? Yeah. Huh. I think I like leeching rounds the most. Oops. It is weird that it has the caveat of healing you for more the more blink charges you have, though. That's really strange. So if you lose all of your blink charges, are you not getting any more? Increases life leech basic attacks against enemy heroes by 5% for each blink charge. So literally, if you use all of your blinks, this talent doesn't do anything. Huh. I'm not gonna lose. 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 No. Fist. Come here. Come back. Come on. Oh, he baited me. Come on. I got him. Okay. Whew. Chet just said it's almost like it punishes you for playing Tracer. Yeah, it's kind of true, isn't it? That's really weird. That's really weird, dude. Level 7, sleight of hand. This has always been a DPS increase. Just because you're spending more time shooting. Locked and loaded has always been the best DPS increase, but then you have to play the Gears of War minigame. It's not that hard once you get into it. But if you're new to Tracer, having to remember this on top of what you were already doing can be pretty difficult. It can be pretty hard. But I mean, it's a significant amount of healing if you could do it. So like if you're going for this build, let's increase our attack range, let's increase our healing and go locked and loaded.
Choose a talent.
Then what are we getting every attack? 11 versus non-heroes. God, those 74 crits are pretty satisfying to look at. 18 with 2 blink charges. That's a lot of healing if you can remember to hit the button. 22! Interesting. Well, how did that miss? Yeah, I've never been really good at the reload game. I know it does the most. And I appreciate that it does the most. But especially when I'm also trying to like commentate matches, this has been something that I struggle with keeping the uptime on. I think if I was just playing off stream and like not worrying about what I'm saying, then I could do that no problem. So sleight of hand reduces reload time by 50%. This equals a 20% more damage per second increase. Also worth noting, if you ever get like stim droned from Mama Morales, the stim is actually, I don't want to say it's a DPS loss, but you spend so much of the stim just reloading that if that's your strategy, we tested it before back when I used to play in a lot of groups. It seems like sleight of hand performs the best if you're getting attack speed increases, just because you can actually keep up that attack speed even more. Focus fire. If an entire ammo magazine is unloaded to an enemy, the last bullet will deal 184 bonus damage. This is equal to a 35% of the total magazine. So,
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
does that also equate to a bonus heal at the end? It does. Just trying to take a little damage. So versus a hero, that's a 55 heal at the end of every magazine. Dude, that is so much healing. What the fuck? That is so good. Man, this is actually a really difficult tier now. Dude, Arthas can't even touch me. I mean, he's not very good. But Arthas is not very good at playing Arthas. But look at that healing. We just tanked all of it. We just tank all of it. Sticky Bomb increases pulse radius by 50%, and enemies hit or slowed by 70%. Increases pulse bomb range and charge rate from basic attacks against heroes by 100%. So, I used to really be a believer in pulse rounds because you could fire it off more and it's easier to land. Also, charging up your ult faster seemed pretty obvious to me. However, after, you know, trying out other stuff, which is always important to challenge your own ideals, right? It's always important. After trying out other stuff, Pulse Bomb just performed better. You also have to keep in mind that Tracer, at least in the past, was very much a dive first hero. I'm going to dive the healer. I'm going to dive the mage. I'm going to dive the Vala and try to kill them as fast as possible. So if you can do percentage damage with that, that's very good. However, I think this was lowered. 6% seems really low. Wasn't it like 10 before? It was 7? Really? 7? Huh. Chat says it's been lowered 4 times now. I seriously think it used to be like 10 fucking % or something. I don't know. So, pulse rounds. I think pulse rounds with Ricochet could be kind of funny now. But Quantum Spike in the past was always the best performer. Maybe they're nerfing it to try to get it in line with the other options. So I don't know. Try it out. We'll have to try it out. I do think Quantum's probably going to be the go-to for a lot of people. Okay. This is weird. This is a weird tier. Level 13's weird. When Blink has no charges remaining, its cooldown refreshes 125% faster. Well, that's a direct synergy with Leeching Wounds. And casting Blink grants Tracer a shield equal to 6% of her maximum health for 3 seconds. This shield can stack for 3 times. So it's possible to get an 18% shield? Whoa. But then it just fucking goes away. So is the trick to like sit at 1 charge? Oh, if that's the thing, if you're trying to sit at 1 charge, then it actually has a direct negative effect with leeching rounds because then you're not getting the bonus. That 3 seconds seems very quick for that to fall off. Also, like, look at how little it is on the bar. You can barely, you can fucking barely see it. Like, hello? What? This is like nothing. It's nothing. I don't know why I changed my scenes by alt-tabbing. I could have done that with my gata. Weird. Weird. Very weird. Untouchable. Hello. This used to be a level 4 talent. Interesting. Blink's range is increased by 33%. Oh. Takedowns increase Tracer's basic attacks by 5% up to 30. These bonuses are lost on death. What was the attack benefit before, chat? Does anyone remember? So, Untouchable used to be in the same tier as Pulse Grenader. You needed 15 stacks before for 30%. Holy shit. So it's still the same percentage, but less stacks. Oh my God. So I'm trying to remember. I think you needed 7 stacks of Untouchable to be maintained in order for it to be a better option over Pulse Generator before, or what was Pulse Generator? The thing where you drop a bomb, isn't that? No, Parting Gift. Excuse me, Parting Gift. It used to have 7 stacks to make it better than that because they were on the same tier before. Unless I'm really off basis with this, which I might be. So the fact that you can get stacks significantly quicker, you only need fucking 6 stacks is nuts, dude. That makes this talent so much more appealing, especially in quick match where I live, because like people just die doing stupid shit all the time, myself included. That is super duper good. I also really, really like that it's a later game talent now. I also really like that you have Life Leech way earlier in the game now. I think those are both great changes. Telefrag, basic attacks against enemy heroes reduce the cooldown of recall by 0.1875. Someone mathed the shit out of that. They were like, what about like 0.2? No, too much. What about like 1.5? No, not enough, dude. Not enough. Let's go 4 decimal points on that motherfucker. When Tracer arrives at a recall location, nearby enemies are knocked back. Oh, interesting.
Choose a talent.
30 Manns Sub, 30 Manns Weltspend.
Choose a talent.
Okay.
Choose a talent.
When I go back to my location, so. Oh, shit. Huh. You know, there's some interesting scenarios for that. Say this guy's an Anduin, right? Oh, you have to go back to your location. Okay, so you'd have to run up to him. Yeah, that doesn't work. Never mind. I was thinking maybe you could interrupt an Anduin ult in a really cool way, but then I couldn't wrap my brain around what you would actually need to do that. So with your recall being telegraphed, knocking people away from that could certainly be good, especially if the enemy team is very melee focused. Also, having the cooldown reduction on recall is pretty nutty. How fast are we seeing that actually get chunked? Not bad. Ooh, it's coming together. 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 Tracer rounds, leeching rounds, sleight of hand, quantum spike, telefrag. Recall. More shots per second means more cooldown reduction. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can really feel that 0.1875 second cooldown reduction every time I shoot. And then you would presumably combo that with ricochet. Let's look at the cooldown. Oh my god. And then obviously you combo that with total recall. Ah, that's disgusting. Okay. Let's slow down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I just presume some things. I don't actually know. Definitely interesting. I like the shield idea, but being down at one charge of blink to proc this as often as you can is a direct counter with leeching rounds. It's a direct counter. So a little bit of anti-synergy there. So maybe you would want to go for something else. And I'm going to go on with telefrag. That seems neat. Increases the radius of melee by 32% and causes it to damage all enemies. So this is like your lane clear on Tracer. This is also decent in team fights too. The range by 32%. This is the baseline range, as you can see here, which is not incredible. Hey, bud.
That was rather entertaining.
So let's see what a melee build would look like.
Choose a talent.
If you're going, I don't know,
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
probably jumper, so you could blink more.
Choose a talent.
And then bullet spray. Let's see what it looks like. Wow. It's actually pretty good. And having 2 charges of that is no joke. My only issue with this talent, and it's so superficial, you don't get that really satisfying thud. You know what I mean? The pistol whip thud. There's something about that that's just really good. And you lose that. I still got it, dude. Let's see. So if we go into this group here, it does hit all 3. How much did it? That was 1,400 damage? What the fuck? How hard does it hit for each target? 482. Oh my god. That's actually a ton. And I don't feel like this is a super unrealistic grouping. That's a lot. Oh, get stuffed. Oh my god. What's the other one? Heroes hit by melee have their armor reduced by 15 for 4 seconds. Oh.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
So additional charge. So this heal does not scale with damage. Increases life leech of your basic attacks. Does this heal for... Tracer's healed for 15% of the damage dealt. So leeching rounds... you would probably want to do locked and loaded this. Quantum spike. Untouchable. Complete quest. And then heavy-handed. So the combo would be shoot, reload. So you have your crit. That was 3.5 motherfucking thousand damage at level 20. 3,622. Huh. You also have 2 charges of the reduction. I could have done a little bit better. Well, let's try again. I don't have a shot. Complete toggle cooldowns. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If I was doing this build, I, however, would not go for the reload game. This is a little bit too much for me to manage personally. I think focus fire could be really good, though. Tracer rounds. No, probably not tracer rounds, sorry. One punch. Basic attacks. Focus fire. Quantum spike. Untouchable. Complete quest. Heavy-handed. Those 1.5 magazines. I don't know, that was actually lower. Interesting. Interesting. The last talent is Ricochet. Tracer's basic attacks have a 60% chance to hit another nearby enemy, prioritizing heroes. I always hated the chance on this. It was 50% before. It was a coin flip whether or not you actually ricocheted, right? Now it's a 60% chance, so the odds are a little bit in your favor. I wish
What do you think of the sudden rework releases? I just still hope a new hero is around the corner.
New heroes are around the corner. The developers in an AMA said they were working on a tank.
Every time my Soap anniversary comes up, always get a little sad that I didn't soap to you back when you first started on Twitch. Glad to finally be on the Soap train now that I have the budget for it. Love you, Pelly loving dicks come to beta way.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Does Ricochet has its range increased by tracer rounds, right? So you're making it easier for it to connect.
Choose a talent.
Leeching rounds, sleight of hand, quantum spike, telefrag, Ricochet.
Choose a talent.
I mean, this could be a shit ton of CDR. I would say, like, I'd prefer if it was a little more consistent, but... Oh, I got the knockback? How did I get the knockback? Where's that knockback from? Telefrag. Right. Man, that's pretty cool. God, look how much you can rewind. And then at level 20, total recall used to increase the... Okay, so some things we should talk about with total recall. Used to make your fucking rewind a 35-second cooldown. So it actually made Tracer worse, which was really weird. I mean, having the heal was really nice, but making you wait another 15 seconds or whatever for your recall sucked. Now, it doesn't increase the cooldown, but... it's only returning the health you lost for the last 2 seconds rather than the last 3 seconds, which is obviously not as much healing. However, you can use it a lot more often. So what if we wanted to go for parting gift?
Choose a talent.
I don't know. Leeching round? I don't know. I really don't know with that one. Sleight of hand, quantum spike, telefrag, Ricochet, total recall. What does that look like? So we drop a bomb, it hits 2 people. We're attacking and it's ricocheting, right? So we're getting CDR. We're already at half charge. Drop a bomb there. I certainly don't hate this. It'd be fun to really dance around someone with this. That'd be really fun. That's so many recalls. That's fucking insane. You know, they really nailed the feel of the character with this, I think. They really are doing the Overwatch Tracer a lot more justice with this. Because a 35-second cooldown to make you slippery felt so weird. But now, like, we can kind of just be everywhere. You could just maneuver around people all day. That's pretty cool, dude. That is pretty cool. I really like that. Initial feedback, that is awesome. Obviously, we're going to have to play it in the game and see how it feels in an actual match. But that's really, really cool. I really enjoy that. Other options. Casting Blink causes basic attacks to not consume ammo for 1 second. Okay. Tracing rounds, leeching rounds, locked and loaded, quantum spike, untouchable, complete quest, ricochet, chrono trigger. Oh my god, that's like no time. Ew, I don't like that at all. I hate that. Ew. That feels terrible. Oh, am I missing something with this? I'm really... That's a level 20 talent. You're supposed to use it with multiple blinks. Well, yeah, I just was. I think I hate that. I don't like that at all. Increases melee pulse bomb charge against heroes from 12 to 24 seconds. Hitting an enemy hero that is stuck with the pulse bomb causes the bomb to instantly explode. Okay. So double melee, so you can always detonate it, right? Then... I don't know. Maybe the pulse generator would be better? Nah, we'll do leeching rounds. We'll do sleight of hand, quantum spike, telefrag, so we can recall more often. I think heavy-handed, so we can reduce armor and then get stuffed. So... Oh, that was with cooldowns on, though. That wasn't realistic. That wasn't realistic. One thing we should see is, does the melee apply the debuff if I do it that way? Are they getting the 15% more damage? God, this is so fucking hard to test when she always just shoots! So I have to do this all within a magazine span. That was 2,369 with half a magazine. I don't know if I can test this. What the fuck is that burst damage, though? Holy shit. Oh my god. You can press H to stop targeting. It doesn't work on Tracer. See? It just doesn't do anything. S doesn't work either. Team, I know what all the buttons do. I promise. I know what the buttons do, dude. I've been playing this game a long time, dude. You can force move command without shooting! Really? More, dude! Tell me more! Nothing works. Tracer is just a cold-blooded killer, dude. She just goes in and slays. She just goes in and fucking slays. You can't stop her. So... I don't know how I'm going to be able to test this. Because I want to be able to Oh, fuck, that was the wrong button. I want to be able to... Oh, fuck. 2,369. Toggle cooldowns. 2,004. That did more. So you have to go in melee, hang out for a second, and then melee again to proc the armor reduction on the pulse bomb. 2,474. 2,475. Oh, it did reset. Yeah, this is really awkward to test. Check with just the bomb. I have to shoot, that's what I'm saying. So it's very difficult to test. $1,616, and then if we melee, that was 2,500 with the extra shots added in. That's about the same. I kind of think we have to melee twice. How much is this supposed to do? 482? Hard to say. Hard to say. Total Recall gives us all of our health back. Composition B, successfully sticking a pulse bomb to an enemy hero also drops another one at their feet that deals 50% damage as it explodes slightly earlier. I have not had much luck with that talent in the past. There have been a few situations, I'm going to show you one right now, where it has worked and it's worked very well. But those situations are very far and very far apart. So this is what normally happens when you use Composition B. You're attacking someone and it's going okay, and then you hit them with the stick and then they immediately move out of it. The only time I've had it work is if it's an ETC mosh pitting and I have the range increase, and then you can double hit him with that. This is the only time I've had any success with the talent. Is if a motherfucker's standing still, putting on a concert, and I can interrupt it. It's just so, it just doesn't work in situations outside of that. In my testing. Maybe you can make it work. Maybe there's a situation where it's really good. Like maybe versus a Chromie or something that has to channel that, or a Tassadar, someone who like gets animation locked when they go to do their big hitting thing. If you could time it right as they go into that animation, maybe you can get the double bomb off. But alternatively, chat does have a good point. If you go for the bigger radius and the slow, we could try that. We could try that. I never go for that talent. So maybe I've been missing out on that. We could certainly try it. I'm more than happy to.
Choose a talent.
So, oh my God. So the reason I said the increased range specifically was for that ETC situation, because I believe with the default range, you have to go into the mosh pit in order to be in range to stick him. Kind of iffy on that, but the increased range just makes it easier while he's casting his ult, right? So, let's try it versus Arthas. Still didn't connect. Yeah, pretty bad. The only situation I could see that working in is if I throw that out, right? And then literally move to body block Arthas there. But the only reason that connected, I can't even body block him. We're so slender. The only reason that connected is because he walked back into it. Woo! Hey, that ragdoll was pretty satisfying, though. Hello? That ragdoll was pretty good. Where's the Vikings, dude? Are they not the... Oh my god. You can see it comboing well with an earthquake. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly combo with other people using their ults. You certainly can. Or you could just heal yourself every fucking 15 seconds. Oh yeah, that's where the good ragdolls are at, though. Oh yeah, that's where you find the good ragdolls. It might be worth it just for the ragdolls. Come here. Oh yeah, bring him back, dude. Bring him fucking back. He just got to leave. Overall thoughts. Pretty good. I like it. We'll have to try it out in the game to see what we actually think. But very cool changes. Tracer's one of my favorite characters, and I haven't played her in a while, actually. It's been many, many moons since I played Tracer prior to her rework, so we'll see how we like it. So 2 builds I'd be interested in trying. 1-2 punch into... I don't really know for this one. Maybe pulse generator. Probably leeching rounds.
Choose a talent.
We're gonna keep it really easy on me and just do sleight of hand. Quantum spike. Telefrag.
Choose a talent.
Ricochet.
Talent.
Maybe that's not the right call. Maybe we do bullet spray here instead. Let's assume I picked bullet spray and then get stuffed. So the idea is you would... Oh, I can favorite these, right? Maybe not in try mode. Okay. Well, the idea is that you have an enemy, you go, "Alright," and then you just fucking kill him. Also, like, get stuffed allows you to, like, peel through yourself against enemies that don't die right away. We have cooldowns on off, by the way. But, like, if some big guy's chasing after you, fucking get him out of there. If you want to deal damage to a backline healer, hap, hap. Boom. There's your damage. Oh my god. The ricochet. Certainly can be very good. That knockback is insane, by the way. That range is nutty. Yeah, I really like that. I mean, keep in mind, it was only half health to Belloc. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? We should probably change that. 1-2 punch, leeching rounds, sleight of hand, make it nice and easy. Quantum spike, telefrag, heavy-handed,
Choose a talent.
and then get stuffed. That might be the way to go. We're gonna have to test that. Oh, that was good. Why didn't I attack this one? What the fuck? Why is it just working now? It wasn't working before. Just moving Vice up before was making me attack it. Okay, we can test now. We can test now. We can test. We can test. We can test. Okay. So, pulse bomb by itself. 1,400. Oh god, we're back to shooting. Okay. Well, nothing changed, but now we're shooting. Because I don't have a target. Oh. Well, let's target him and then just move this way. God, I'm fucking stupid. How much did I say it did, chat? 1,400? Stay back. Stay back. Don't make me hit you. So it does apply. It definitely applies it. 2000. Yeah, that's working. Cool. Yeah, dude. Awesome. Melee damage first is 555. Then you bomb melee. Well, that reset the damage. So it's applying the damage buff, the damage debuff to that. Ooh, that was 1600. That was a lot. Melee bomb. Wait, what? What? Toggle cooldowns. Why did we get a double knockback? What the fuck was that? One thing to note about this too is we just got 50 fucking % of our ult charge back. Look at that. Recall knockback? Recall knockback at the location you go back to, not where you came from, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like this build a lot. So this would be one I want to try. Yeah, bring him back, dude. I'm ready. That being said, like, the 15% armor reduction is actually not a ton. It's actually not a hell of a lot. Like, a lot of heroes can bring more than that. So maybe the AoE would be better. It is increasing your damage of your ult by 15%, which is also dealing percentage damage. Dude, 2,000 fucking damage like that is insane. If another tracer did that to me, I would have 900 health. You skipped over get stuff double bomb charge. What? Increases melee bomb charge against heroes. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's... So what happens if you go for this, and then... I guess this doesn't really matter. And then... Holy shit. Actually, there's a lot of combinations I want to test here really fast. So, sleight of hand. What if we do pulse rounds? And then telefrag, and then bullet spray. Do we get more ult charge if we hit a lot of enemies? That was a big old negative. Let's try again. Change my target to that. Perfect. We're at 42. 54? Wait, what? Oh, I picked the wrong fucking talent. My bad.
Choose a talent.
Pause around, tough frag, bullet spray, get stuffed. Well, that was a really fast 40%. I don't think it's giving me additional charge for that. Okay, that's odd. That's very odd. Hold on. Shouldn't this be working with that? Increases the pulse bomb rate and charge rate from... Oh, it's only from basic attacks. Oh. I was thinking I could stack this with get stuffed for even more percentage back. I feel like that AoE should be hitting everybody. Oh my god. We can already ult again. That's fucking crazy. Actually, what? Oh my god. Come here, little Vikings. I'm losing. Too many Vikings, dude. So we would take, if we wanted to just get our ults back crazy fast, we would still do 1-2 punch because that's more valuable for ult charge. Yo, stay back. We would still do, I don't know, let's do leeching rounds. Sleight of hand, pulse rounds, telefrag, ricochet, get stuffed. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is a lot. Okay, so that's a potential build we could try for just maximum cooldown reduction on like everything. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot, actually. Definitely try that. Definitely try that. The other one would be tracer rounds, leeching rounds, sleight of hand, quantum spike, untouchable. Honestly, we might go jumper. Actually, this has some direct synergy problems with leeching rounds, so we would probably swap that out for something else. And then I think this, we're going back. So tracer rounds.
Choose a talent.
You know, we could go for the pulse bomb thing that heals us so we have more health when we're firing off ults like that. That might be fun. Is that a health pack, I guess?
Choose a talent.
Sleight of hand, quantum spike. Telefrag. Ricochet.
Choose a talent.
Total recall. Maybe not. Where's the talent where I would lower my blink cooldown? Isn't that a thing? No, this is what I wanted to do. This is right. Parting gift. Sorry, I feel like I'm being overwhelmed by everything being jumbled around. I apologize. Refreshes blink charge. Yes. Then sleight of hand, quantum spike, telefrag, ricochet, total recall. So we can fucking blink all the time. We can rewind all the time. We're ricocheting all the time. We might try that out too. Leaving parting gifts all the time. Might be fun. Man, that could be a lot of healing. Especially if you're holding onto your blink charges a little bit more. Like, let's say I don't blink around as much. If I'm just trying to kite a guy like this, and he's coming at me, we're going to be able to actually mitigate a lot of damage, presumably. I don't know, we'll see. All right, that's our thoughts for Tracer. Thank you guys for watching. This went way longer than I wanted it to. It was really confusing, actually, having all of her talents jumbled. But I'm hopeful. I actually think some of these are really cool. I think some of these are real neat. We're going to take a look at Cassia next. See you guys next time. Okay, bye.